So let me welcome Dr. P.K. Sahoo. He completed his B.Tech from CAET 1987, M.Tech in 1991, and he did his Ph.D. at Indian Agricultural Research Institute in 2001. He is currently serving as the head division of ag engineering at ICAR, Indian Agricultural Research Institute in New Delhi. He has more than 32 years of experience in the area of farm machinery design, development, testing, and evaluation. And he has extensively worked in machinery development for dryland agriculture, vegetable mechanization, small farm mechanization, and of course, ag-residue management, which is what is the topic of discussion today or talk today. He has several awards to his credit, which I had shared before for his talk. And he has executed many funded research projects. And he has also guided several PhD and M.Tech students to his credit. More than 17 years of experience on quality graduate and postgraduate teaching as well. With that, his title of his talk is Smart Residue Management in Agriculture. I request Dr. Sahoo to begin his talk.
Thank you. Namaskar, brothers and sisters from CAET. The elder brothers and younger brothers also. Of course, I will not say that any elder sisters from CAET will be participating in this, because in my batch, the first three girls, they joined for the B.Tech program. Thank you very much for participating in this discussion. And today's I will be discussing about the smart residue management in agriculture. There are a lot of discussion earlier in the group. What I have seen, I'm not that tech savvy, so I didn't participate in much of the discussion. But however, once Biswajit Vaina, he has told that if you have anything to share, you should. At that time also, I had wrote him back. I will be sharing regarding the smart residue management in agriculture. Because as you all know, Delhi is surrounded by Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. And the residue burning that happens in Punjab and Haryana, as well as Western Uttar Pradesh, that affects the climate of Delhi. And you know, Delhi is having a very mixed culture. Sometimes we often say that it is a hired culture because it is a mixture of, say, it is a mini India. One can say that it is a mini India. In the same way, if there is a residue burning in the neighboring states, the Delhi air is polluted. If there is a sandstorm in Rajasthan, it affects Delhi. If there is a snowfall in Simla, in Himachal Pradesh, Delhi is affected. So there is a warm greeting from Delhi in this cold or chilling night. So let me start with this. As you all know, this Indian agriculture, it is a saga of success. And what we have witnessed in the different sector after independence, 5 times increase in grain production, 9 times in horticulture production, 9.5 times in milk production, and 12 times in fish production. And what I envisage, if we talk about the smart livelihood, because in this present government, always it talks about the smart city, smart, everything smart. So what I think about this smart livelihood by integration of science, management, agriculture, research and technological tools. So one can go for the smart livelihood by integrating all these things. And below given the two pictures, very rare one. On the left side, Dr. Bhargis Kurian, the father of White Revolution. I welcome my teacher also, Dr. Satyanand Swami, to this platform. And also in the right side, if you look at a very rare picture because of what I say, Dr. S.P. Kohli, Professor M.S. Swaminathan, Bharat Ratna, Dr. Norman Borlaug, and Dr. V.S. Mathur in IARI Whitfield, which is a seat of Green Revolution. This is the seat of Green Revolution. At that time, there was a need for more food production. Often we say that it was seed to mouth. So when it was seed to mouth, for this growing population right now, not only we are feeding the whole population, also we are exporting it. Rather than importing, we are exporting the food grain. With more food grain production, definitely there will be more residues. So there is a need for smart management of agri-residues. Just have a glimpse of what is the crop residue availability in India. This is the data I have taken from TERI, and it is the total crop residue generated in the country per year is approximately 383 million ton. And major part is the cereal crop, because the pulse crop residue, that doesn't create much problem. It can be used for animal feed, but cereal crop residue, with the changing of the cropping pattern and also changing of the how we produce the crop production system. So there is a lot of cereal crop residue is being surplus cereal crop residue. If you look at it is 234 million ton, which is approximately 34% of the total residue generated. And alone from Uttar Pradesh, it is 60 million ton. And the residue burnt in the country annually, it is 92 million ton, more than you can say it is a residue generated in any of the state. But the surplus residue can be used in many ways. And if there is a lot of opportunity to use the surplus residue, why then the farmers go for this residue burning? What we have seen, the farmer are prompted to resort to this in situ burning to dispose in the shortest possible time and prepare the field for the next crop, prepare the soil for the next crop. This is a glimpse of, if you can say that, it is a glimpse how it has been. You can look at in Punjab, maximum residue is burnt. Though Uttar Pradesh produce highest residue generation is from Uttar Pradesh, but the residue burnt is less. And if you look at Haryana, the percentage of residue burnt is quite high. So with this, the main focus, why there is a lot of hue and cry due to this residue burning. And if you look at the loss of nutrients due to only paddy residue burning, as I have told earlier, the residue burning in case of the, you can say for the pulse crop, it is not a big deal. It will not happen. The residue burning for pulse crop will not happen. But paddy straw burning, it happens in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. And because if you look at the nutrients due to paddy residue burning per ton basis, nitrogen 5.5 kg, sulfur 1.2 kg, phosphorus 2.3 kg, potash, organic carbon, the main organic carbon is quite depleting. If you look at this area, this Indo-Gangetic plain, and also even Tarai region, the organic carbon percentage, it is very less, which is really creating a lot of problem. And when we are emphasizing on going for organic farming, the use of chemical fertilizers need to be reduced. But in the soil, if the organic carbon is not there, in nitrogen is not there, so it will be highly unlikely. And we don't want to meet the fate of our neighboring country, Sri Lanka, which has opted for the organic farming. And the impact of crop residue burning, human health, You all know, coming the winter, the asthmatic people in this region, they think that if this winter we can just survive. So this is really a challenging job. And even the smog that affects the flight, that affects the railways, and the human health is really being affected due to the crop residue burning. Loss of nutrient I have already talked about. And by the burning, the mortality of the active beneficial soil bacteria, that is also happening. And the top layer of the soil that is being hardened, and the smoke and soot particles that creates a lot of havoc in the, but the challenges are huge volume of crop residue. So during a short period to manage it, it is really a challenge. It is really a challenge. But the collection and storage, if suppose there may be a thought process, let us go for power generation, let us go for this in situ management, ex situ management, but how to go for the collection and storage where there is a space? Time window between harvesting and sowing the next crop is very less. We often say that if at all the the paddy residue management has to be done, it has to be done within 21 days, because not more than 3 weeks are available between the window between harvesting and sowing of the next crop. And technologies are there, but the awareness is limiting factor. Capacity building of technical manpower has to be there. So also the farmers, and cost-effective mechanization. Let me tell you an interesting aspect. Some of the friends from the agricultural science disciplines, they say that this crop residue burning is the creation of the agricultural engineers. If you have created the problem, you have to solve this. Always I just discuss with them. Why they blame? They blame the combine harvester. The use of combine harvester that has given the rise of the crop residue burning. Because if somebody wants to go for manual harvesting, highly unlikely there is any residue left in the field and there will be any burning. But I often argue with them, think the pre-combine area and post-combine area. If combine harvester is not introduced in the Indo-Gangetic plain, highly unlikely the cropping intensity would have increased, highly unlikely the productivity and the area under coverage of the paddy and wheat crop rotation would have happened. So never and ever blame any technology. Okay, if you say that the engineers are to be blamed, we will also go for the solution. So there are a lot of solution, cost-effective mechanization is there. Appropriate machineries are available. I will discuss in the latter part of my deliberation. And utilization of crop residue, there are many ways to utilize the crop residue, and it has to be done through the technology upgradation. I believe there should be 3 R's for managing the crop residue. One is to reducing unnecessary residue. So there are the experimentation, or you can say research is going on to go for the varieties which produce less straw, more grain. So this thing is happening, particularly in the basmati, because usually the basmati, they go for the longer duration of crop, because the aroma and scent that comes to the basmati, that takes a little bit more time for the to have that acquiring that quality. So of course, scientists are working on this, how to reduce the unnecessary residue or short duration crop so that less straw is produced, and reuse, using this residue again and again, and also to recycle. Can we go for recycling of the crop residue? Means giving it back to the soil. Whatever we have taken from the soil, can we go for can we give it back to the soil to maintain the soil carbon percentage as well as the other soil nutrients. And then this is just a flow chart from production to collection, then storage, one can go for treatment, then one can go for the utilization. These are some of the uses of the crop residue in cattle feed, in composting, in recycling in soil, fuel, electricity generation, biofuel, packaging, mat making, hard. While I was visiting NRRI Cuttack, National Rice Research Institute Cuttack, they, one of the, you can say from the paddy straw, some beautiful articrafts are being made, and it is being sold to the customers also. But the thing is here, you have to handle the large volume of residue within a short span. So all these things, whatever I have shown in the left-hand side, in all the ways we have to go for managing the crop residue, not picking up this particular thing we should go for. And then there are two ways. If I broadly classify it into, one is the in situ management, one is the ex situ management. I hope the learned listeners, they must have heard about these different machines for in situ management by incorporation of the crop residue in soil, in mulching. Also, in case of ex situ management, the balers, binders can be used, and which is used as the domestic and industrial fuel as well. Biochar and gasification, biofuel is being produced from the crop residue. And of course, the fodder and the feed, animal feed, that is happening. Let me recount one of my talk in the Chandigarh. In Chandigarh, some of the farmers, they said that paddy straw is having high silica content. It cannot be just used as animal feed in that region. Then my simple suggestion for them that we have a feeding habit, food habit. If somebody from North India is going to South India, they started eating the rice, and the same vice versa. If somebody from South India is coming to North India, they can also eat the chapati. So if that is happening, it is all about the feeding habit of the animals. And if this straw is treated properly, that can be used as animal feed, which I will be discussing in the subsequent slides. So this is one of the way in which we can go for residue management or paddy straw management, like animal feed block, like pelletizing, like baling, briquetting, also by chuffing and collecting. And happy seeder, you may be aware of this. Happy seeder is also in operation in the Indo-Gangetic plain, and that is being widely used. But there are some problems. Now happy seeder becomes super seeder to smart seeder. And in the last part, I will be discussing in this division in IARI, we have developed some of the machines which can do 4 operations at one go. And these are some of the machineries for management of crop residue. You may be aware of the super SMS, super straw management system, which was introduced, and it was mandatory for the combine harvesters makers. Those who are manufacturing the combine harvesters, they have to go for the super SMS, the super straw management system. They have to include it so that 1 lakh more subsidy is available for that purpose. Happy seeder is there, paddy straw chuffer, shredder, mulcher is being used, scrub master, cutter cum spreader, it is being used. Hydraulic reversible MB plow, rotary slasher, zero-till seed cum fertilizer drill, rotavator. These are some of the agricultural machines and equipment for in situ crop management. These are some of the pictures. If you, I think many of you have seen straw combine after the harvesting through the combine harvester. The straw combine can also be used so that it can also get some grain. We can get some grain, the panicles which are unpressed or unharvested, the straw combine that can harvest it. Happy seeder is being used. Even if there is stubble in the field, they try to go for the happy seeder. Zero till drill, of course, if it is a combine harvested field, it is very difficult to use the zero till drill because this loose straw that clog the furrow openers, and it is not that easy. Mulcher is being used, and super SMS I have already talked about. And in ex-situ management, we recommend only two things. One can go for rapid compost making technology or for animal health management. One is the soil health management. Whatever we are getting from the soil, let us return something back to the soil. And in animal health management, the complete feed block technology, I go for the recommendation. As the recommendation, we go for that. This round baler, rectangular baler are in operation, and some of the companies, Indian companies, they are also like CNHI, they manufacture this round straw baler. Class is manufacturing this rectangular straw baler, and the operation as an agricultural engineer, maybe we have not studied during our B.Tech days, but with the advancement, you may have seen in the through Google search, many of the things anybody can just know about. And this round baler and rectangular baler, it is being used in the Indo-Gangetic plain to clear the field in a shortest possible time. And the balers, they are being stored, and it is being supplied to the power generation plants. This is one mushroom cultivation through paddy straw. We know that it is, I think during our study days also, in agriculture college, they go for the mushroom cultivation using the paddy straw, and it is being used in all over the country, I can say. Here, though we are having very high quality food protein we get, the mushroom having this medicinal nutritional value, but the thing is that how much paddy straw we can use for the mushroom cultivation. The quantum of residue generated, it cannot be used for the mushroom cultivation alone. So we have to think for the other way in which high volume of paddy residue can be utilized. Briquetting and gasification, these are also two processes that is going on. And let me tell you one thing, in one of the, in Nagpur, there is a company, they go for in the cremation ground, they go for most cast. Mukhya cast means Odia jotaku ame katho koche. So they go for this type of briquetting from the paddy straw, and they supply it to the funerals for supplying the funerals. And this briquetting machine that is being used, so also the gasification using this thermochemical process, the paddy straw are being used. But in IARI, all this technology, in addition to all this technology, we go for how to go for large scale rapid composting of biogas. We during our early years, we have seen the pit composting in the backyard of the houses, but here for the rapid composting, we go for the windrowing method. In the windrowing method, the cow dung, farm residues, other biomass that is being placed, and the three machines developed by this division of IARI, Division of Agricultural Engineering of IARI, for turner. One is the compost turner cum mixer, though the power requirement is a little bit more, but what it does, one thing, it reduces the particle size. Also by turning the microbial inoculum, which is being fungal inoculum, also the bacterial inoculum, which are being spray over the farm residue, that gives a good composting, or the we can say that the composting method becomes faster. So there is a biomass utilization unit in IRI. Prior to establishment of this biomass utilization unit, the institute was purchasing the farm and manure to the tune of 30 lakhs. Right now, by introduction of these two machineries, one is this compost turner mixer, and the second is the sieving machine, which go for the gradation, separating the finer grade from the coarse grade. IRI is not purchasing any farm-made manure, rather it is selling the the fine grade compost in the packs for the plants raised in the flower pots or the kitchen gardens, to the tune of some 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs. We are generating the revenue by using these two technology only. This is another view how this biomass, we have a complete biomass rapid composting plant in IRI. The second XC2 management is the animal feed block making technology. It is our job is to go for the densification, and it is a ready to eat feed block. And we say that take one glass of Horlicks, it is having all the nutrients. In the same way, if the animal is given the proportion, the well-proportioned ration, then the milk productivity that also increases. Therefore, the animal nutritionist, they decide upon how much roughage should be there, how much protein should be there, how much, if you can say that the energy, there is a concept of DCP and TDN, digestive crude protein, and there is a total digestive nutrients. The energy protein balance they make, and they go for the ration. Like the dietitian for the human being, they give that this much of diet one should take. They also go for the animals. So our job is to densify it, because if it is not given in the form of feed block, or if it is not given in the form of pellet, there is a chance the animal will pick or choose the best thing. Say, if there is a concentrate one, this chunni, chokad, they can eat it, simply leaving the roughages. But here, the complete feed block, there is a no chance for the animals, that prevent the selective eating by the animals. So the proportion of roughage and concentrate by giving the optimum performance, and that is given in the feed block. And this complete feed block has another advantage. As per the weight of the animal, what often it is being told by the animal nutritionist, if the animal weight is say 500 kg, 2.5 to 3% of the body weight of the animal should be the dry matter requirement. So say 15 kg, if one feed block is weighing 5 kg, so give 3 kg, 3 feed blocks and only water. So the animal management is very easy by giving this complete feed block. And same in case of the feed pellet also. The major difference between the pellet and the feed block is, in case of pellet, it is quite energy intensive. Due to the energy intensiveness of this pellet, usually the feed block is being preferred over the pellets. But however, the consumption, if one look at, and the use efficiency or bioconversion efficiency, feed, I am just forgetting the name, feed conversion efficiency. Feed conversion efficiency of pellet is more than the feed block. And these are the technology has been developed in IARI. So our slogan was healthy animal, wealthy farmer. So this is the feed block machine. And as I have told, the crop residues like wheat, paddy straw, with other essential nutrients like molasses, concentrate, mineral, salt in a proportion, but the reduction in volume is 7 to 10 times. So it reduces the storage space as well as the transportation cost. And there are different mobile machines are there also there. And this technology has also been commercialized and licensed to different companies. These are some of the nutri-rich feed block. If paddy straw, we are taking 8 kg, jaggery 1 kg, maize. But this is, let me tell you, this is not the only, you can say, recommendation. The recommendation has to come from the animal nutritionist as per the requirement of the animal, that has to go for. So our thought process is, if the ready-to-eat feed blocks, it is being available, the healthy livestock management can be achieved. And we have supplied 150 units across different states in the country, including the unreached area like Leh Ladakh and NES region. And of course, in Odisha also we have the footprints. I will come to that later on. And also we say that, like, the healthy animal is the wealthy farmer. So again, the better livestock productivity, definitely the farmer income will be higher enough. And we can also, we say that because this consumes a lot of volume of paddy straw, so this can be an alternate solution to the maintenance of paddy straw burning. One is the feed block, one is the rapid composting, which can use a lot of volume of paddy straw in a shortest period. This is some of the areas where this different type of units, but if you can see, this red ones are the feed blocks, and at many places we have these feed blocks have been supplied. And the Cuttack Milk Union, I'm just forgetting the year, maybe it is 2016 or 18, I'm just forgetting. So the Cuttack Milk Union, they approached, can we customize? Because we had a different variation of the feed blocks. At that time, there was a thought process whether the paddy straw can be used as a feed material to the animals due to high silica content. I don't know where from the farmers or the nutritionist, animal nutritionist, they think that the silica content will be some adverse effect on the animal digestion system. But this Cuttack Milk Union, by establishing 4 units of 5 ton per day capacity, this thought process has been completely changed. And again, our job is for establishing that in a turnkey basis. They use it, complete management, and also it doesn't require much of the maintenance. It doesn't require, but it has some of the machines like the grinder. This is the for the straw, how the particle size can be reduced. Then there will be mixer. All these things. Here is the mixer, and then the complete feedback system, and Dugdha Stalikaran Kendra. It has been written, and also somewhere written that Odia of feed block. Here it is. Dhasa Pinda Utpadan Kendra Odaspur. So these are the workers in that Odaspur center, and all these machines. Of course, I have not kept a track on this, but till 5-6 years, it was working nicely. and we have not got any report it is not working. But definitely there should be a feedback. I will try to collect that feedback from them. And some of the CRM technologies, other CRM technologies, crop residue management technologies, we have demonstrated at Tepla, Ambala, in Ambala area, because Ambala is nearer to Punjab, in between Punjab and Haryana. So we tried to go for, there are two ways, as I have told you, like this belling one, bellers are being used. So also the decomposition, PUSA decomposer. In PUSA decomposer, the microbiology division of this institute, they had gone for the fungal inoculum, a cocktail of fungus and also bacteria, 4 fungus and 4 bacteria. So they have gone for that because particularly in high heat condition, the activities of the fungus and the bacteria that reduces, they go for that. And this type of demonstration has been conducted in around Delhi. As on this year also, lot of demonstration by private companies, because our job is to go for the technology generation, then the dissemination of technology is for the state government to do, and Punjab government as well as Haryana government, they have gone for this in a wide scale demonstration of PUSA decomposer to reduce the paddy straw burning. Again, what are the villages? No need for me to show all these things. Okay, here I come for, this is an integrating all these 4 operations: cutting, rototilling, inoculum application, and seeding in one go. What we have observed, if the straw is not incorporated in the soil, then the decomposition takes a lot of time. And particularly farmers want their field to be neat. Why they usually burn? They want a neat field. In case of this, we go for cutting of this stubble, also rotatilling it. And when we go for inoculum application, definitely the decomposition of the paddy straw, that becomes faster. And another operation, we added seeding of wheat in the same operation. 4 unit operations in one go. The functional components, one is rotatilling unit is there, inoculum application unit is there, seeding unit is there. So these are the things what we go for. And in the front, if you look at, there is a storage tank for weight balancing. In this storage tank, there is the inoculum storage. This fungal inoculum that is being stored. So we tried behind the tractor when it is being given. So there is a problem of weight balancing. So it has been shifted to the front, and this weight balancing is being done. And the rest other things are some of the technical aspect. What is the fuel capacity in the forward speed and fuel consumption is there. So this is the technology, what the latest one we have gone for. So my thought process is, this problem has come. If you go for the revolutionary thought process, it will be very difficult to handle it. So the green revolution, right now people are talking about the evergreen revolution, but this evergreen revolution can only happen when there will be techno evolution. Techno in this sense, I mean a lot more about the agricultural machineries. In agricultural machineries, usually there is in the crop science institute or in the agriculture science, when there is all sort of disciplines are there, they say that the contribution of engineers are minimal. Of course, when they see that even the WhatsApp group, there is a lot of discussion regarding the agricultural engineering. But let me tell you, we are the global leader in the tractor. So can we say that the agricultural engineers have no role. Then, okay, if it is not tractor, we are right now the net exporter of agricultural machines. But introduction of 1 zero-till drill has changed the cropping pattern in the Indo-Gangetic plain. Therefore, any agricultural machine, introduction of any engineering technology in the farm, that really creates lot of difference. Often, one of my colleagues say that the present day engineers should be the biologists and the biologists should be the engineers also. Means we should know what is happening, what improvement need to be done if you address the problem which can happen during the evergreen revolution. And that can happen while this is my last slide. I say that coming together is the beginning, be it in the tea talk, be it in the congregation, and keeping together is progress. So I hope together we can go for the progress. Of course, working together is definitely a success. And in IARI, we try to go for working together with other disciplines. Say, if it is microbiology, if it is soil science, we go for working with them. Therefore, to some extent, we have given some sort of technology, some of the technology to the farmers of this region. Thank you very much for the patient listening.
Thank you, Dr. Sahoo.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this was an excellent presentation with a lot of information. Don't get the slides out, please. Let's have the slides back on. Maybe somebody will refer to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one minute.
Yeah. So there is a question by Chandan Kumar Sahoo. Is Chandan Kumar Sahoo here in the group? Or he has left? I don't know. Yeah, just leave it there like that.
Okay.
Why cereal crop is used as animal feed in Odisha and south, whereas in north it isn't, is the question.
I have already answered that during my deliberation.
Okay.
Because they are having a thought process. The cereal crop is having high silica content. Of course, not all cereal crops. If we say in North India, the wheat residue that is being used for the animal feed. Yes, paddy residue, it is not being used on animal feed, but we are trying to educate them.
Okay. Then Biswajit, you want to ask your question?
Okay, thank you. In fact, he has already answered that. In one of his slides, he referred to the Pusa decomposter or something. So I was in fact referring to that only, the cocktail of inoculum that was used by, or that was encouraged by the government, I think 2-3 years back. But after that, there were no news about it. So, and now Dr. Sahoo is saying that it is still in use and it's getting popular in Punjab and Haryana.
Yes, sir. It is very popular, and particularly the private companies, they have taken up this work.
Okay, great. Any other questions from anybody else? You can raise your hand, virtual hand, so that I can see it. If not, yes.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes.
Sir, this is Sanjay Swayan from Barampur. Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, my question is what Dr. P.K. Sahoo sir was telling, that the decomposition, that he is going ahead with decomposition of stubbles from the paddy fields. Sir, as far as my knowledge is concerned, that stubble burning contributes the biggest share for huge pollution issues in the national capital region, Delhi. So, that stubble burning mainly happens in the outskirts of Delhi, in the Haryana side by the farmers. So, sir, whether this type of a practice the farmers are not following in the outskirts of Delhi, so that the stubbles will be decomposed in a better way, and that will mitigate the pollution issues in the capital region.
Very good question, Sanjay ji. Let me give you an example. In last 3-4 years, the government is very proactive in giving subsidies for the agricultural machines for crop residue management. Large subsidies, let me tell you, it is 1162 crore rupees for the 3 states only. For 3 states, 1162 crore rupees has been pumped in as the subsidy. And second thing, also there is some sort of mechanism to check if any farmer is doing the residue burning, they need to be fined. And also there is a red entry in their, revenue records. Why I say so? The farmer find it very easy to clear the field by residue burning. Very easy, because it doesn't take much time and it doesn't take much price. But when you are using the machines, whatever government subsidy is available, still then you have to spend something. Therefore, there are concentrated effort. And if you look at the data, subsequent year, the residue burning incident has reduced like anything. This year, just few days before, there was a meeting in Commission of Air Quality Management in Delhi. There is a Commission of Air Quality Management in Delhi, in which the adjoining state, the secretary, agriculture secretaries, they are also participant in that. I am a member in that committee. It has been very clearly projected. For last 3 years, it is coming down. It is coming down. But as I have told you, it will be only through slow changes. You cannot change it abruptly. Therefore, this revolution and evolution concept I am thinking of. And it will happen. And in the commission also, they have categorically, let me tell you, how they map the farmer who is burning through satellite data. The hotspots they mark through satellite data. Immediately they give information to the State Department, and there is a committee. There is a committee in the State Department, flying squad rather, that is called flying squad. They go to that area, try to find the farmers, and a lot of farmers are being fined also. And the farmer strikes presently going on. This is also a point. They say that all these revenue entries that need to be taken off. Okay. By that, in one hand, government is giving subsidy. In other hand, also government is trying to punish. But my suggestion in that was that rather than giving the punishment, we should go for like awarding or incentivizing the farmers. Like if suppose a complete village, a whole village, there is no residue burning incident, can that village be given a premium price? So these are some of the suggestions were discussed at the commission level, and they will be coming up. See, it will take time. It will take time, but we are pretty sure as the residue burning incident has decreased considerably. Considerably it has decreased. You can verify the data.
Sir, thank you, sir. Sir, just a follow-up question, just very quickly. Sir, you have a vast experience in this field. Sir, as far as your opinion is concerned, what the government can do more to curb the pollution issues?
See, pollution is not only due to the
Yes, sir,
res-
I know that very well, sir.
it is not due to the residue burning. And
But
let
as
me
far as our specialization, agricultural engineering and the related disciplines are concerned, sir. My question is related to that only.
I understand. I understand. See,
Right.
our job in the initial deliberation, I had told that somebody asked, this is due to the engineers only. This residue burning is due to engineers because you have introduced the combine harvester in the field. Therefore, prior to combine harvester, there was no residue burning. Agreed? Because when you harvest it, take all the harvested crop to the yard and go for the threshing, where there will be residue burning. So, but my question, pre-combine era, post-combine era, just see how much cropping intensity has increased, how much productivity has increased. So that is another issue. Okay, but regarding pollution, this only contributes. Again, this is a data from the commission. It is only contributing 18%. 18% of the total pollution in the capital region. Rest other from vehicular pollution, dust pollution, many other sources are there. Okay. So as an engineer, agricultural engineer, who is working in which domain? See, it was very happy to see one of the WhatsApp message. 2 CAETians were in the list. One is Dr. Ajit Mahapatra, another is Dr. Devasmita Mishra in that list. It is really heartening. So my submission to all agricultural engineers or CAETians rather, whoever is working where, let us give our 100% in whatever capacity. Okay. And if it is for the agricultural residue management, it is fine. If for any other means also, even let me tell you, educating the people, giving awareness. See, in Odisha also paddy residue burning incidents are happening.
Yes, yes.
You may be aware of that.
Yes,
In
sir,
Odisha,
yes.
particularly in the
Correct.
Sambalpur region, where there is a combine introduction of combines. Where there is an introduction of combines, there is a chance of residue burning. Okay, so we have to go for that. So measures are there, and as an agricultural engineer, whatever capacity we are having, we have to work accordingly. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, hello.
Sir, Dr. Swain, please.
Yes, sir, please.
Oh, can I say something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sahoo, for your presentation. And stubble burning or paddy residue burning will not be there if there is no immediate crop followed by the first crop. Now in Odisha, every year, more than 200 combines are sold. But only in case of Sambalpur or the area where irrigation is there, immediate second crop is being taken, there will be a residue burning problem. But coastal areas where there is no second crop immediately or non-irrigated area, this doesn't happen. In 2000, there was not a single combine in India, Odisha. But now more than 200 are being sold every year. So that is why this should be very specific, area specific work should be taken up. Like as Dr. Sahoo suggested, collection of the residue and bind it. Then this can be taken for packaging or it can be used for cattle feed. So that awareness should be created. And we have to do it because people say combine is your domain, tractor is your domain. Anything coming out of that, we have to solve. We will not expect others should solve this. So now creating awareness or study on this What is the difference? A farmer wants in 3-4 days to, or in 1 week, take the second crop. So they are burning it and doing it. So although this is not the sole cause of climate disturbance in Delhi and northern region, but they give it to us. That is why specific studies, what is the cost involvement in collecting and again disposing? What is the return? So that difference should be given to the farmer. So some sort of studies needs immediately to be taken up in areas where such things are coming up. So all of you have to work together, continue to work together for success of profession of agriculture. Thank you very much. Thank you, Devasmita, for
Thank you,
starting
sir.
this talk and now making it a YouTube recorded.
If you remember,
And this has become
Dr. Swami, if you remember
okay, thank you all those who have participated. I was very happy to see all of you. But anyway, participation was about 19 or 20 people.
That's okay.
But that is also
Sir,
good enough.
Sir,
because
I
people
want
are
to just
busy on
supplement,
their
sir.
own.
Sir, I want to supplement.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead. Tusuma, go ahead.
congratulations. We are waiting for your treat. When you'll give the treat.
After joining, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I will
Susma.
just
me
supplement.
personally. Okay.
Sir, I have sent 2 photographs in CAET group.
Mm-hmm.
In CAET group, I have sent 2 photographs, sir. This is the improvement of what Dr. P.K. Sahu sir presented. Sir,
Okay.
just 10 days before, so many trucks on the road of Haryana to Delhi. So you can see the improvement and what is the smart residue management, sir. What Dr. P.K. Sahu sir told. So this is the improvement, sir.
Good,
You can see.
good.
Sir, this photo has been taken by me
Okay.
when I was crossing. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you, Susuma. Anybody else? Actually, maybe I should ask something. So why do people? You made a point there that people are saying because of the introduction of combine, there is an increase in stubble burning. Okay, so if you remember, long back in Odisha also, in tribal regions, they used to do podu chasa, which is kind of burning the material, the tree, doing the farming there, and then moving to another spot, right? And that we cannot afford. I'm not suggesting that is it, but why? What was the difference between that podu chasa and particularly when you talk about this stubble burning and other stuff?
Sir, I can supplement here, being a professional from forest
Okay.
department. Sir, I can comment on this. Sir, actually, in real practice, that podu chas is being practiced in Baliguda area of Kandhamal district and also in the Fulbani region also. Sir, in podu chas or shifting cultivation, the tribal people, the farmers, they go on clearing one patch of a forest land and they go for cultivation. After 3-4 years, they move to another place and clear another patch of a forest. In that process, they may go for burning the vegetation, the felled vegetation, or even they may not burn also. They just go on clearing the forest patches. They make it. They just clear that patch, and they collect that the felled materials, the timbers, branches, and other held material. They collect it and they take away to their residence, to their homes, to their houses. In that process, they may burn it, they may not burn it. So definitely the shifting cultivation that has a profound impact on reducing the forest cover. Whereas I am giving you a very rosy picture. Whereas Odisha has gained more than 570 square kilometer of a forest during last 2 years. This is the second best in the country. But in Kandhamal district, we have lost very small amount of forest, but we have lost it. In many other districts, almost all the districts, we have gained forest cover. So Poruchas has a very bad effect in reducing the forest cover, in promoting the climate change and other issues. But that is not exactly the same with stubble burning.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Devasminda, I want to come in.
Yes, yes, go ahead, go ahead.
I just wanted to clear out a misconception that may have cropped in, that stubble burning in Odisha is happening only in Sambalpur area. That is in fact wrong. It is very prevalent in coastal area also, and this is I have seen this happening in the area where I move around. The reason why it has not happened this year is because of the rains that happened during the cutting season. The this combined harvester are not being used in the coastal area now. The last year also there was a lot of stubble burning happening in the coastal area.
So the thing is, there is technology. We're improving the technology, and I
Yes.
did mention this in the gift presentation. Dr. Swai had invited me a few years back. As we increase our technological advancement, we are also acquiring more and more issues due to those, and we need to kind of address that. So I was very happy to see that Pramod has come up with some recommendations or solutions even, which was important to know, because we can't just say there is a problem and stop. We have to suggest a solution, or at least recommendation, even if it's not a solution, at least start recommending. Because when we were kids, we were thinking that the moon was Mamu, Janha Mamu, but in 1965 people landed on the moon. So essentially, we have to start thinking ahead, in our technological advancements, and how we can also curb any issues due to technological advancement. So I think we are out of time now, 3 minutes over. So I will just thank Dr. P.K. Sahoo for an excellent talk. This is really something, I mean, of course, there is a lot of discussion that can happen on carbon management and other stuff, which I thought people were going to participate in, but because that was the more elegant one, 400 kg per hectare, you said, right?
Yes.
Uh,
No, per ton.
Per ton, okay, 400 kg per ton, which is more crucial in a burning scenario and other stuff, or residue management, at least I should say. So thank you. All the equipments that you have shown in this presentation was great, and I'm hoping that our students in CAET and elsewhere, those who are accessing our YouTube channel, will gain something great out of this presentation and discussion. With that, thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Sahoo.
sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. All of you have a wonderful rest of the day, evening. And for me, it's morning though. And I'll have a great day today after this presentation. And hopefully we'll hear more from you all. And let's take the discussion to CAET group. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Any
Thank you.
question, I will try to answer in the CAET.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have
Good
a
night.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.